So Michael Fowlkes here, Inside Sport Fishing. You've got tons of stories. You can't be on the water as long as you have been and not have a lot of stories. So actually you have a fun little story about our boy Bob here, who is sort of a closet nudist. But anyway, tell us, take us into that story.
How we met.
Oh, you met. This is getting scary.
First
encounter. He gives me a phone call. He says, I'm a captain at the fire department. My buddies go down to Baja fish all the time. We got some great footage off the back of this 24-foot skipjack we spent a week fishing on. Great footage, bait balls, everything. I said, all right, well, send it up to me. I plug it in. The first thing I see is him come walking out of the boat naked.
Bobby!
I mean, that's the opening shot. And I'm going, I'm not watching this shit. So
I'm not shy at all.
I figured they were spoofing us, so I just shut it off.
Was he showing off? Is that what?
I was taking a shower. I was on the back of the boat taking a shower, and we were trolling, and my rod.
Is that what you call it when you walk around naked? Trolling?
So I grabbed it. I was totally nude. I grabbed my boat, rod and reel, and I started cranking up on this fish that I had hooked up, and somebody behind me that I didn't know about grabbed my video camera and started shooting me.
Oh, man.
That was his job interview. That was his demo tape.
And he passed.
Oh, he
wow.
passed in flying colors.
We don't want to say anything more about what he liked, what he saw.
All right. So anyways, there's a story that you have about mako sharks and...
We were doing some filming up here on the local mako population, setting up for chumming. And Bob jumped in the water, and the sharks came in as it got dark.
That evening, we had a small mako hookup, and so I jumped in the water, and we, of course, had a chum bucket out there that was putting out all kinds of good stuff that drew them in there, and I happened to have a pair of chartreuse fins on that just came
Oh my gosh, so I'm still getting at this where you had the word hookup, Bob naked, and you with your chartreuse fins.
Wow. It all fits, doesn't it?
It's all coming together.
Well, anyway, this guy was after my fins. That scent was in the water, and he wouldn't get off. And
those fins were a yellowtail or something. He was just convinced he was going to eat
them. Anyway, all of a sudden I hear Michael, he says, "Bobby, get out of the water! Get out of the water! Shark! That shark's on you! Get out of there!" He's got his panic voice, and I'm looking up at him, and I'm holding the camera down like this, and we're doing spirals in the water, just spinning around, and he was right on my fins.
Not that big?
No. It was a pup.
Yeah. But
maybe 5-6 foot.
Too, you start to think things differently.
And if you're in the water with them,
inches.
they look enormous.
Yeah.
So for him to keep his calm says a lot about his demeanor. This is a unique individual.
Zero fear.
Yeah.
This man has zero fear.
That's kind of how I got the job with Michael. He thought I was fearless, but he didn't really know I wasn't. But I put on a good act.
Fake it, yeah. You could fake it. When I was a little kid, 10 years old, I was in a little lake in Canada, swimming around, and I wasn't fishing. I was just underwater, and I just had to open my eyes, and there was a fish. It probably wasn't any bigger than this, but it was face to face with me, and that freaked me out. Just a little thing like that. I can't imagine being out in the water and seeing some of these things coming at you. I mean, without being just totally.
I was filming at the whale sharks down in Baja.
Oh my God.
And we'd spin up ahead of them, jump in the water and wait, and you'd see them coming from really far and away, and all of a sudden there's this black hole coming right at me. And the hole just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I finally said, I got to get out of the way. And I'm kicking to get away from him. And as he goes by, just one turn like that just sent me spinning like an airplane out of control.
You would think you would hear more about that than great whites. I mean, but
They're
a plankton eater.
Yeah,
plankton eater.
Yeah.
Oh, I love those kind of fish.
Spielberg's movie never would have worked.
Never would have last. He's eating all the plankton! Oh my God! So people can still see your show out there in a whole bunch of different ways.
Yeah, we've got it on a new app called Code Group. So the show's 24/7. Watch it for free. Just download Code Group, Apple Store or Google. We've got the first episode we ever filmed on now. And we're going to go back and populate the entire app with all the original programming for the last...
A lot of work.
30 years worth.
Oh my God.
So our goal is to have every episode or the highlights of each year up at least.
And you're still shooting fresh...
Shooting new shows all the time. We just came back from a 6-day on the Shogun to Guadalupe.
And of course, Todd, they can find you obviously on the boardroom and at Dana War Sport Fishing.
Yeah, you can find me at boardroomfishingcharters.com. You can find me on Facebook, Todd Manser, Boardroom Charters. You can find me at Dana Wharf, Sport Fishing and Whale Watching. I'm pretty easy to find.
And Bob, you're still out there. You're leaving, actually.
Leaving next week for a little trip over to Maui, do some out of water stuff.
We could be here for another week talking with these guys. It's so much fun talking. There's more stories than we could cover in a half-hour show for sure. My God, you could fill an entire season. Well, you could do 40 years with it of a TV show, 20, whatever it might be. But it's a blessed life. You guys are doing what you love. You're out in a beautiful environment, and you couldn't ask for a better way to live your life. And so,
Eric, just get your kids involved. I mean, there's something about this sport that transcends time, and it's truly a gift. And if you don't, or if you're not introduced to it at a young age, I think it's very hard to learn the sport as you get older. But if you have a chance to introduce your kids on a half-day trip, take out a 4-pack with Todd. I mean, just get your kids on the water and let them experience it. It's a gift that you'll give them that'll continue to bring joy to them for the rest of their lives.